I'm here at Tomtom at the Eco Driving Summit, and we have here Professor Oliver Carsten, who is basically here to talk about the project, European project, which actually works. You have done a research project to get drivers to become more eco-friendly.
Yes.
How is that? How is that set up?
How's the project set up? Well, the first thing is you have the cash, you have the money from the European Union, and
10 million.
10 million, but we didn't know that in advance. What we knew in advance was that there was an interest. They were asking for proposals in the area of supporting drivers in green driving. How's best to do that? And actually what the European Union told us when we put in our proposal, or the European Commission told us when it was evaluated favorably, that this was the project they had been waiting for. That was a very nice...
Wonderful. That is that is good. So that's a good connection. And you've got great partners. Of course, you have Tomtom, you have Daimler, you have BMW, and you have a bunch of research institutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a very good industry partners. We have very good research partners.
So where is the project now? How have you set it up? Because the conclusions will be in a couple of months, I hear.
Not all the conclusions. Some of the conclusions. Internally within the project, we get the first data from the real world trials, from the real world experience, not from theory, which tells us how much energy we are saving across the various systems, across the various vehicles, and in the various countries.
We hear that if you do a training, you can have 10%, but it doesn't last. Now, you've made a software system which assists people, which trains people on the way, and immediately does feedback and gets information out of the bus and out of the car. And what is your thinking? What kind of results are possible?
Well, the aspiration would be to get 20% if we can. And that would be very nice. I mean, we set that up as a kind of a high-level aspiration of the project at the beginning. If we can do considerably better than 10% and we can maintain that, that's already a huge achievement.
The interesting thing about this project is that it's implemented very fast. Tomtom has taken some of the conclusions and is going to give it to 300,000 people in next month.
Yeah, that's quite remarkable, isn't it? Because usually projects produce reports, they sit on the shelf, somebody eventually might read the report and say, I want to do something with that. I mean, that's one of the big virtues of collaborating with industrial partners. So they've taken the European money and they've run with it in a very positive way.
Wonderful. One more future directive questions. You're trying now to influence a driver to be more eco-friendly. Isn't a human being driving a car a very poor driver? You've also done research in in autonomous driving.
Yep.
Isn't that the future? Isn't that coming so fast that all these projects are?
Well, it's true. Actually, I don't agree with this comment that the human is a very poor driver. So driving is an extraordinarily difficult and complicated task, which the human does remarkably well and remarkably error-free. We drive something like 150 years of driving per injury crash. So to be involved in an injury crash is more than a lifetime, is several lifetimes. So we're pretty good. It's going to be a while before automated systems do as well as that.
You think so? You've done study on that.
We have done studies on that, and I think when you analyze the challenge, of course we can create automated driving in simple situations. And there's two simple situations at the moment that people are taking advantage of. One is very, very low speed situations in, if you like, shared space, in kind of like a Wohnhof or a parking garage, or around a shopping center or whatever, around a Disney entertainment district. Then I can create these little trolleys that drive around, the pods. And the other one is motorway driving, because motorway driving is very simple. I mean, all I've got to do is, for most of it, is stay in my lane and not hit the thing in front of me, the preceding vehicle. And automated technology can do that in good weather, in good traffic conditions at the moment.
You're not so positive about that. That will be very fast. One question: if you've also done research in the simulators that people drive their car, what percentage is interested to drive the car, and what percentage would rather work with their iPhone or work with other things?
Once you give them automated driving, no surprise, people will use that time to do something else. What other reason is there to have automated driving?
Because people like to drive.
Because lots of people like to drive, and so they obviously perhaps won't use it, but the people who drive automated will quickly switch off from driving, pay no attention whatsoever to what's going on. You can penalize them and make them pay attention. That's one thing we've done, but we can also give them infotainment. And if I'm driving under high automation, which is car following plus lane keeping, 40% of the time across our drivers, they were willing to watch a DVD.
Good luck with the results, Oliver, Carsten. Thank you.
You're welcome.